And we're back. How's everybody doing? Actually, I'm gonna send out the chat signal. I was going to stream yesterday, but my sleep schedule was all fucked up, and rather than playing half asleep and not being able to make any progress, I was just like programming and relaxing yesterday. Spent some time with the family. In case you didn't see yesterday's stream or the day before stream, I watched Iron Lung. I'm not gonna get into spoilers or anything, but still recommend it. It was good. We live right now. Yeah, boy. I have coalesced an army of people that I send memes to. So that's nice. People are sending me memes back. Here we go. Message the mods, let them know we're live. Post it in the Discord for the people. Maybe we try Placidus X. Nah, I don't want to get caught up there. So far in the DLC, we've done everything. We've killed Bale. We killed the Divine Dancing Lion. We killed Rolana. We made a lot of progress. Okay. I think there's nothing left for us to do but break the seal, which we've been talking about. I didn't want to do it without having done, like, all of the potential bosses up to that point, but now we are actually locked up. We out here, double gulp in hand, 2 7-Eleven glizzies loaded up, packed bowl. It's time to vibe. That sounds fucking awesome. And yes, it is time to vibe. So a little bit of spoilers. I was inspired by Iron Lung. Also, I don't think my viewership is gonna go up as high as my Iron Lung stream. That shit was crazy. That was a fluke in the system. I got like 150 views on the fucking Iron Lung stream. That was funny. But while playing it yesterday, I was like, oh, you know, if I were to make a sequel to Iron Lung, I would make it like this, right? Like I went on a little rant, not really a complaint, but like just kind of like on a tangent, while playing yesterday. Whoa, it got foggy as hell. And or not yesterday, like 2 days ago. And then yesterday, while in between the napping, I opened up. That stream was wild. Dude, that shit was funny, but so, dude, I had so many views on that. I didn't have my view count up. I didn't know how many people were watching, and I didn't have the stats up, which tells you how many people have tuned in. So I went to YouTube to end the stream. I clicked end, and then it was like, by the way, there was like 100 people watching. I was like, what the fuck? So it did numbers. But I don't think people were tuned in because of me. I don't think people were tuned in because of my Elden Ring streams. I think it was just Iron Lung, and it tagged Markiplier in the title. So I was like, all right, shit. It probably had something to do with that. But the stream was amazing. Like, it was fun because I had people like join at the beginning of stream and they were there the whole time talking to me in chat, telling me secrets and cheat codes and fun things and ways to deactivate them and stuff. Hopefully it brought in more subs. Yeah, I got like 5 subs by the end of it, and then an extra sub from someone who like tuned in after. So it actually did help, which is good. But I mentioned before, it is topical. That I didn't want to be like a streamer. Let's check if the invader is here, because that means we could start with a boss fight while I yap. But I had a really good idea, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but not just like the lore for Iron Lung and like where I would go with the sequel. I realized that I made a game, like for a game jam, that was kind of what I described, but it wasn't like set remotely in the theme of Iron Lung or like the setting or anything. It was just like a space station game I made before that. So I was like, I could probably take. That's weird. Um, but yeah, I was like, I can probably take that game that I already made and use it as a base for the game that I was talking about. So I might make an Iron Lung fan game, but not just like to bandwagon on the hype, but like I genuinely felt inspired. And if you watch last stream with Iron Lung, I was talking for like 30 minutes. We were like opening the terminal, finding out the lore, and I was like, oh, they could do this, that, or the other thing with this story. Like I could see a sequel going like this. And then in my sleepless haze yesterday, I was like, oh wait, what the fuck? I actually thought of a really good way to make it a sequel, because now that I've played Iron Lung, I know how like the mechanics work in that. So it's like a map reading simulator. Hi, what's up, Elden Ring gamer? So I thought of like a game mechanic to code in that would make it like map-based navigation again in the game that like I had made already. That's like on a space station terrain setting. All right. So for some reason this guy isn't showing up. We didn't kill him. He's just not there. We've done Bonnie Village. We can't go past this point or the seal breaks, or like right here the seal breaks. Right here the seal should break. We already explored here, got the bears. Ruined Forge. I think we did that one. How am I? I am doing really good. I had a cool idea for an Iron Lung fan game. So, here, let's just teleport to a ruin. We'll start with a dungeon while I yap. And I started, like, kind of programming it. And I didn't really code yesterday. Whoa, OBS is acting weird as shit. Is it going in smooth, or is it just... Yeah, the preview's being weird. That's weird. It's smooth right now. I'm gonna post that here. Media and links in the official Elden Ring Discord. How was Iron Lung? So good. Sorry, guys. Not to spoil anything. What other indie games would you like to see as a movie? I think White Knuckle. I know, not just because I think Markiplier is going to do that, but I've watched Markiplier and like Jacksepticeye play White Knuckle, and it fits the kind of style of Iron Lung. So if he were to do a game, I think he would be passionate about that. So like we would get a equally as good product to Iron Lung. If I got to just pick any indie game and make it into a movie, let's see. Like full blockbuster quality hype, right? Like amazing graphics. We're gonna get drooped on. No. Hit them where they're weakest. Damn, that's a tough one. Maybe Blasphemous. I think if we could do animated film, right? Then like imagine a Hollow Knight animated film, like set in the Hollow Knight world, but it's animated like a Newgrounds animation, but like really high quality. Like when they do the collabs. Oh my fucking god. I was like, wasn't there supposed to be a guy here? So like Hollow Knight, Ori and the Blind Forest. I don't know if that's indie, but it's one of the most like beautiful games. So I feel like that would do really good like as an animated film because it's like uh just it like visually pleasing, you know? There's a couple of games I think would make really good movies. Ori and the Blind Forest, but it's a silent film. It just follows like Ori's like race or like someone of Ori's race or like it could be a prequel or a sequel. I'm gonna go watch Iron Lung later, bro. Like right now, or you're watching Iron Lung later. If you're going to watch it right now, enjoy the. I'm glad I didn't spoil anything. I gave my review at the end of the Iron Lung stream. It was actually and a spoiler-free review, so I hope you enjoy it like I did. I've been thinking about it like the more I'm gonna go watch it now. Bye. Nice. So yeah, I've been thinking about it more and more since I've viewed it, and I think my opinion remains that it it's a great adaptation, and they improved upon the game's story because they can have the visuals they did. And normally I'm not a movie guy, but they did fucking really good. Mark did really good. There was a whole long credit sequence, so not like to complain, just saying a lot of people worked on it for sure. So trying to review it without spoiling anything. Enjoy the film. That's all. Don't even go in thinking about Markiplier. Don't go in thinking of my reviews or anyone's preconceived notions. Form your own opinion. See if you like it. Jesus fucking Christ. The movie was really good. And not just saying that. Like, I think for anyone else still watching, I said this, but I want to expand on it. Oh, I guess they're making an Elden Ring movie, so not that I want them to make an Elden Ring movie, I just really hope that it does good, and it's not bogged down with the things that Markiplier had to circumvent. Like Hollywood executives imposing their opinions and like stupid notes instead of allowing the story to be created the way like a faithful adaptation, right? I think that is a big problem with Hollywood is like video game adaptations not being faithful. Ooh, a legendary? Fuck yeah. I have conspiracy theorist brain of like they don't want people to look into the source material of video games because they might enjoy it more than movies, and then they like lose customers, right? This is just a fact though. With people spending money on like Iron Lung instead of the like Disney film that came out or whatever, the Send Help horror film, or I don't know if it was even horror, but that mean you kind of break the cycle. The money doesn't go back up to the rich people like producers and stuff, right? The money gets spread out because like Mark wants to pay we will not interrupt those guys, but Mark wants to pay the people who worked on the movie with him big bonuses, right? That's what he said. So the money that you gave to Markiplier, he's giving to the production crew rather than taking it all and sitting on it until he makes another fucking movie that's exactly the same, right? He's not doing like the usual Hollywood grind, and it gets the independent stuff takes the money out of the cycle of that production, right? So it actually means that like they are gonna have to challenge indie films for the money back, which is cool. Like it makes the market more competitive when you make indie films that are like highly rated and beloved by fans. So because of that, it's gonna go up or down. Oh, it tilts the other way. That's cool. Um, that's probably why Disney's like butthurt. Like as much as they want to snub him, and people are saying that like they did snub him or they didn't snub him because of like removing him. I almost jumped down thinking this was Night Rain. There's fall damage in this one. I gotta be careful. But whether they did or didn't, it doesn't really matter. What really happens is it's costing them money. And that's probably what they're upset about. So whether they want to admit it or not, yeah. I want to see a stop-motion Shovel Knight. I fucking love Shovel Knight. That actually would be sick. I think that's the entrance. Yeah, and then this is a new direction. Visions of toxic undead. That's funny. Yeah, Shovel Knight would be amazing too. I played through that game forever ago before I was a streamer. Yo, what's good, Slime? How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Just completed a dungeon. Golem and an ancient... We got 2 legendaries from that. Ancient Smithing Stone. Outer Wilds. Yeah. Or a mouth-washing movie. Yeah, there's so many... like... beautiful indie games, or visually pleasing indie games, or visually distinct indie games. Like Hollow Knight doesn't look like Outer Wilds. It doesn't look like Mouthwashing. That doesn't look like Blasphemous, right? Like they're all unique as fuck. And a movie based on any of those would be really cool in the style from the video game. Kind of what I'm talking about with like a faithful adaptation. Epic playthrough. I'm guessing that's like a style of playthrough for Outer Wilds. Whoa, that looked like a dinosaur. That was weird. But I threw together a pretty cool prototype yesterday. I hear jingle. I hear spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. I've also been watching the Fallout series, which is honestly amazing. I didn't expect to like the Fallout series as much as I have, but like calling my younger brother to talk about it, he's like, I think an episode came out today, so I'm gonna have to watch that. But I thought we were recommending games to play. We were just talking about like what indie game would you want to see adapted into a accurate movie? That's my asterisk. If there was a movie, or if you could see any indie game like made into a movie, what indie game would you want to see? It was what I got asked by Banshee. And I think that's a hard question. If I could make, like, I'm very curious about the lore of Shovel Knight. I'm not really theory crafting much, but when I was playing through it, I was like kind of wondering what the hell the world was about and what's going on. That they could do if they do the Iron Lung kind of storytelling where they flesh it out. Yeah, Wolf Among Us noir series would go crazy hard. That actually would be sick as fuck. You're right. That's like one of those things where, again, like there are different types of video games. Some are more cinematic, some are more interactive. Like the example I gave in the oh shit. In the Iron Lung stream was Until Dawn is a more cinematic game, but I love watching people play through it and seeing the choices made and how it's like watching someone play a movie or playing through a movie because it's cinematic. And then Counter-Strike is like on the far opposite side of the spectrum where there's like no cinematics in Counter-Strike, but people watch it as like an esport, right? Didn't they do an Until Dawn movie? I heard that it wasn't like accurate to the game. Like it didn't really have anything to do with the video game. It just used the IP. It's like what I'm kind of talking about with like video games that are faithful or video game adaptations that are faithful to the lore of the game and the story that the players go through or just the setting. Like if they made an Iron Lung movie and it had nothing to do with Iron Lung, the game, right? You weren't watching Markiplier play through the game in the submarine. Like, it was just how they made the Iron Lung, or like what happened at Eden Station is kind of what I was using as another example, or the filament station. Like, okay, let's get rid of that. We already explored down there. We explored up here. Yeah, we did actually everything so far. Pretty much every boss that we can kill, we have. I think we go up now. We finally break the seal. But, like the Witcher series, right? The Witcher series is the perfect example because they said the quiet part out loud. They hired a director and they got into an argument with like Henry Cavill and the fans of The Witcher because he didn't want to make a Witcher series. He wanted to make his own fantasy series with The Witcher title. It didn't. He literally said, right, that he would wants to do his own thing, but Hollywood doesn't approve new intellectual properties. Only reuse and repurpose intellectual properties, so he had to make his fantasy story repurposed as the Witcher show. So that's why it wasn't really aligned with the games or the books, and it felt like he wanted to do his own thing for a long time and got into arguments with someone who was a fan of the game, Henry Cavill, right? Because he wasn't making a Witcher show. He didn't want to be faithful to the source material. He said, fuck the source material. I would rather be making my own show, but we have to do this in Hollywood because producers and executives don't allow new IPs. So it's like if exactly what I'm talking about. They got to flip it on its head, or what I mentioned before. If they took a game, or if they made a movie, right? Not even just a game. They made a unique TV show about a fantasy series. Ooh, is that a Black Knight? Oh, no, it isn't technically. If they made like a new setting and fantasy universe and took a chance on it and it ended up being a good show, and then they made a game based off of that, right? And they could flesh out different settings in the show, like locations people want to see that they didn't get to flesh out as much in the show. Video games and other media can work together to make the lore richer, which is what happened with the Iron Lung movie. Because it was a faithful adaptation, when I went and played the game after watching the movie, I was like, oh, I understand more about the movie, right? It didn't make the movie worse. It was like, oh, it made the movie better. And then when I beat the game, I was like, oh, I want to go watch the fucking movie again because of how cool this shit was. Like, because it was accurate and they got to flush things out that the game didn't get a chance to talk about, it's like, oh, this is fucking cool as hell. Okay, the seal didn't break yet. It might break when we get in the room. There we go. Whoa, the particle effects go everywhere. Somewhere a great rune has broken. And so too has a powerful charm. How long is the game? It took me like 2 hours. I mean, I was looking at the lore and talking to chat, and I took some time to review the movie before the game launched, so I don't know exactly, but the game felt as long as the movie. And the way that, like, again, without spoiling anything, the way that they adapted the game into a movie is like, this is how they probably wanted you to see the game, right? They had technical limitations because it was like just a couple people making the game. So summoning pool is now functional. We broke the seal. Let's go talk to people. There's a boss right in that next room, but before we kill anything, let's continue the quest.
I don't feel it. It's broken. Kind Mikkela's light is gone. But I stand tall.
Good job.
We work.
True.
For Mikkela the Kind.
Maybe not.
I don't know our mother. She did not. We are. Must we be?
I don't know. I don't know either.
Till we meet again.
Kindly Mikkela has discarded his great rune.
A third choice.
Vexed, my aging faculties has been
Oh, I'm gonna turn the volume up.
and follies better left forgotten haunt me once again. Once, in an attempt to free Lord Moog from his enchantment, I challenged tender Mikkela, only to have my own heart rather artfully stolen. I knew not how weak I was. I believed that with sufficient mastery, even an Empyrean would be within reach of my blade. I could not have been more mistaken. Mikkela the Kind is a monster, pure and radiant. He wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
So this could have all been missed.
Mikkela the Kind makes my blood run cold. I am loath to admit it, but even at this very instant I wish to run very far away indeed. Righteous Tarnished, I am...
Alright. So if we wait here, does he move? No. Interesting. Alright, Redmane. You're up next. We're gonna talk to everyone until we're out of dialogue options.
Oh, there you are. Good. If you happen to see Lady Leda, tell her that I'm striking out on my own. Don't worry. I've no mind to cross any of you. The guidance of kind Mikkela remains etched into my very flesh. It's only... there's something that I must know.
What do you intend to look into?
Mikkela spoke of the vow he once made with General Radahn, and it is here the vow shall be honored. I am a Redmane. I must know the nature of the vow.
Oh, so because she's loyal to Radahn,
There's something I must know.
what if you become our
There's no
enemy?
need for concern. I will be true to my word. Though I do feel a hint of regret. Lady Leda, Honorable Ansbach, and warriors like you are all of a special breed. How glorious it would have been had we met in battle as sworn enemies.
The chance is still there,
I'll be out
friend.
on my own for some. There's something.
Alright. Till we meet again. Fiery orange. The next time we meet her, we won't be enemies, but further down the road. Hey, what's up, Tio?
Oh, are you not affected? Even with the spell broken?
It never affected me to begin with, yeah.
Haunted by memories of St. Trina. Her visage. Her senna. The lure of velvety sleep. Would kindly Mikkela chasten me for falling for St. Trina, while knowing that she was the discarded half? The problem is, I simply cannot help it. I would sacrifice everything just to gaze upon her one last time.
You never know.
Just give me the word if you... I'm feeling rather lost of St. Trina.
Okay. He's still here. Anything you need to say?
I'm rather lost for St. Trina.
Okay. Damn, it's hot as fuck in here. Gonna open that up. And then Horn Scent should be gone from here, and Lady Leda wants to fucking kill somebody. Oh no?
Intriguing. What remains there to be said? Do you presume us allies even now? Though Miquella's spell is newly broken, I
Yes.
must profess, the spell mattered little. Uphold his covenant, Miquella shall, and in godhood redeem our rueful clan. Then Marika and vilest Erdtree both will at last be from divinity wrenched. And surely, contented I will be. But first, clear resounds the call of vengeance. The Impaler, Mesmer, must pay his due. In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield. How could I allow myself to forget? Revenge alone assures me peace of mind. Think not to hinder me upon my path, lest you too wish to face the reckoning. Think not to, lest you...
Alright. So he didn't even care about the enchantment much. He knew that Miquella was going to betray Marika. And that, I guess Mesmer is just still loyal to Marika's cause. So that's why... That's why he's got to go. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
Hello. Did you feel it? Miquella the Kind's enchantment appears to have broken. But while my devotion to kindly Miquella remains unchanged, by my troth I am not so sure about the others.
Does her voice change?
Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. I can wield my sword to cull the undeserving. Those
Her
unfit
voice
to
changed.
bask in
She's
tender
speaking
Miquella's
differently.
presence. I should have thought of this earlier.
Well,
Right. It's time to begin ferreting out those of us who don't deserve to be at kindly Miquella's side.
make no suggestion.
Right. Those of us.
So she doesn't like Piolier because he's loyal to Saint Trina, and she doesn't like Horn Scent because he's loyal to the Horn Scent and himself. Vengeance, he wants to harm. That doesn't make any sense. She's just wrong because Horn Scent wants to fight Mesmer. He's also right there. I wonder if he goes away now if I rest. Yeah. Okay. She's like, do we kill him? He's right there.
Ah, there you. I've made up my. The Horn Scent will be eliminated. If he were to point his blade at Sir Mesmer or Queen Marika, perhaps it would not matter.
Yeah.
Vengeance changes a man, and one day, his blade may turn towards Miquella the Kind. Kindly Miquella is, after all, the true golden child. Even if he discards every last drop of his being, his lineage will always remain.
So she's gonna kill him for what he might do. That's why she's
I
wrong.
believe the Horn Scent suspects what I have in mind. He never placed his full trust in me. even under the effect of kindly Mikula's spell. You must have recognized something. The scent of the killer that slept within me. The stench of crusted blood. I will follow the horn scent. To have his revenge on Sir Mesmer, there is only one, the Black Keep.
Okay.
I will follow the horn scent. To have his revenge, the Black Keep.
So now she is in the wrong. That's like trying to view the story from a neutral perspective. It's pretty easy to tell who's wrong. She just wants to kill. She thinks that she's like better than them because she's more loyal to Mikula. Okay, the seal was broken. Oh, and Ansbach is gone. Okay. Story progression. We're gonna go down into the pit of the graves and fight the Putrescent Knight boss. Let's just make sure we got all the dialogue out.
I don't. Our mother, she did. We are. Must we be? I. Till we meet.
Alright. Does Tio now want to move? Or do we have to go underground first and then come back?
I had something I wish I'm heading south.
Okay, cool.
I recalled something that Sir Moore said. He discovered deep purple water lilies blooming on the southern shore. That must be where St. Trina was left to wither away. I'm heading south to the shores.
To the shores that Moors had mentioned.
To the shores Sir Moore mentioned.
Alright. So everyone's quest has moved on. Is Egon gonna be missing now that we've killed Bale? Real quick, I just want to see. His body's still there. Oh. Egon's bell bearing. That is not what I wanted to do. Just trying to turn my light on. Oh god, I remember doing this in a normal playthrough. The no leveling playthrough is just gonna be way worse. Alright. The seal is broken. Oh, like Nito and the grave. The giants. The tomb of the giants. Ah, not quite as dark as the tomb of giants. But definitely a tomb. And definitely belonged to someone or something giant. So the Grave Lord would be Saint Trina. That's interesting. Okay, no torrent. Another upgrade. I don't know if this will upgrade us, but it's a piece of it. Just one fragment. Carved words coalesce. I abandon here my love. Which is his self. Maybe another symbolism of both self-hatred, right? If you abandon your love and it is literally your other self, you are abandoning the love for yourself, which is their flesh. Kindly Mikola, I see you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved? Oh, wait. When you could not even save your other self. That's cool. You can see the entrance to the boss room from here. It's that coffin, I'm pretty sure. Way over there. Oh, fuck me. Okay. We might just get beamed right now. So the birds were originally purple? Death right birds? Okay. Damn it, the jump killed me. Oh, man. This is gonna be a long journey. Actually, that's perfect. If the physic lasted that long, we can probably make it without losing our stuff, but we don't need to worry about keeping it too much. Do we go for the treasure? Oh, lore. Lore. We have to go for the treasure because there's lore down here. There's lore down here. Lore. Congealed putrescence. New item to read. Oh shit. Bruise-colored putrescence that oozes from stone coffins, congealed into a large viscous lump. Material used for crafting items found underground in the land to where stone coffins drift. The putrescence is what remains of the impure lives kept within the stone coffins. What do you make with it? That'll also help us lore-wise. Fuck. Well, hopefully we find a crafting recipe. Hello, bird. No, my God, we got the glitchiest thing to kill us. Okay, maybe we just run it. To grab the souls off the ground. I think I might be able to serpentine. Let's check. Let's test it out. I don't know if I need to roll. I think I could just run parallel. Yep. No fucking way, dude. The second laser killed us and it missed us. That's the worst. It shot the fucking ground next to me. No. We didn't lose our lives, or like our souls, because I drank the physic. But that one is going to be harder to dodge with the double lasers. Alright, run it. God fucking damn it, dude. The falling is the thing that'll kill us. Like, if we run by this guy and go to the next area, we're getting shot from behind, and like by 3 lasers now. We got 1 laser behind us, 2 ahead of us. So, probably best to just run there and then take it out, but you see the problem. This fucking bird. Bye. God damn it, no. So we might not need to kill this laser because the path ahead is blocked, like by cover. So if we could just get by that one, we're fine. There's another bird down there. That wasn't the same one as up here. Let's just try to run it. Let's see what happens if we run it. Damn it. Yeah. The fall down, we have a little bit of cover if we get by it, but then we're getting shot at by 3 lasers. It's not worth gunning it by that first one. So what hit me to do that damage? Fuck me. Dying to something off screen that you aren't near is one of the worst fucking ways to die in this game. This shit sucks. I believe this part is possible. It's just gonna be continuous trial and error. It's kind of getting lucky as well. If the 2 lasers sync up when they're shooting at you at the same time, you have an easier chance than if they are offset. Because you have to spam like 2 rolls instead of just 1. No, why the fuck did you stop running this game? God damn it, dude. Ah, fuck me. Maybe shield up? You can't block upwards. That's the only reason it's not worth like 100% of the time just keeping your shield up. Because if it like hits me in the head, the shield doesn't really, it just fucks me over. Bring it over here. What the fuck? Okay, well. No, this fucking game, dude. Blocked by an invisible wall. There we go. See, they kind of synced up that time. What? No, I'm dead. Okay, or not. being on a hill. That's the part that fucked me over there. Because I stepped away downhill, it got the angle to shoot directly at me. Even though the other ones, when you're too close, they shoot over you. Alright, we run. We just run. No, god damn that fucking explosive. I dodged so that I would be away from the explosion. Damn, and I have the fucking... the physic that absorbs energy. It just, you only have 15 seconds, so... you have to, like, choose the exact spot that you want to use that. Fuck me, dude. I remember this part from, like, my normal playthrough and thinking, like, this is gonna fucking suck. God fucking damn it, I was right. Never seen the bird do that. It just kind of moved to ahead of me. That sucks. So we can't really use that to get past the, like, energy blasts because of the fucking souls being on the ground. No! This fucking game, dude. I got body blocked by the bird that was flying above me because the hitbox didn't move with the bird, so that's why I was just running in place. And the rage begins. This fucking zone. No, I think this is like a way of saving space, is just make a zone that's gonna kill you if you don't go through it perfect. Because even on the no leveling, or even when I was leveling up, I remember this being like a fucking shitty area that I kept running through. Oh my fucking god. Barely in range of something, it still kills you. No, you fucking gotta be kidding me, dude. I mean, it helped a little bit. Oh, god damn it, dude. I think I should have casted before I jump. I don't know what the range is on that, but it might actually help. We can't roll though. Maybe that. Not what I was trying to do. Okay, it does help. Oh my god. We did it. Whole run invalidated though. No. I feel the fat roll makes up for it. So this has to be a reference to the graveyard because of these guys. This is literally the type of enemy that shows up there. Yeesh. No! I don't even know what the fuck hit me. Was it the edge of that slime or... Oh man. I just want to see what the big guy drops. Fucking slime got me. Alright, we're fucking leaving it. I don't care what the thing drops. I'm probably going to need to use fire. So this guy I have lore questions about. There is a ghost here. No! Damn, they threw that from like across the boss. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, did we just accidentally kill that? That's a one-time spawn. I mean, that is an easy... I will take that trade any day of the week. If that guy's gone... No, okay. We, like, got the souls from it, but then didn't. Okay. I got unlucky there. How did he walk off of the cliff before? How did we do that? New goal is just to get him to walk off the cliff. I think I saw what may have happened. He cast the like golden explosion spell, which stepped him forward just off of the cliff face. Like I pulled him as far forward as I could. Not on purpose. He just like went as far forward as possible. God, these fucking skeletons. Why aren't you running? Why? 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 God damn it. I saw I had half of my fucking stamina bar left. Oh. Okay, I think that actually just worked. We'll take that W. Get away, skeleton. Get away. Fucking why? There's no way he threw it from way the fuck back there. That's... We're getting our vengeance. God damn it, dude. That's why I drank the physic. I knew something was gonna kill me. Hello, friend. Yo, what's up? The War Thunder. How you doing? We are getting vengeance on these enemies that kept killing us. I ran by them already, but... Hope you're doing good. Talked a little bit about Iron Lung today as well. I was inspired by the previous stream and started making like a little fan game. I don't know if I have a problem with like every time I start a fucking Unity project, Unity explodes. It's not even like me, it's like the whole industry experiences the same thing. Like, oh, Unity had a security network error, so every project before in the old versions of Unity are compromised. So like every project I was working on got fucked up. And had to be restarted. So I made a new project yesterday, and I'm using all of the knowledge that I've gained. That sucks, yeah. So the benefit of knowing how to program though is I know what I had done before, so I can do it now. Like again, here is a boss. Actually, I don't know if this guy is weak to holy damage or not. But we'll do a holy fight. We'll compare damages. We'll learn in real time which one's better for us. Oh, please grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest Saint Trina. Super Smash Bros. Da-na-na-na. No, yeah. Dead. No. Hey, Tio. As soon as the fog gate shows up. Damn it. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Nice. No, he does a lot of damage too. Okay, so I do way more damage than Latenna, so I can keep aggro, which is good. So I need to be careful summoning her early. I actually need to summon her late so that I can ensure that I have the aggro. Do I have the music in the game on? I do. It's just so quiet. Okay, this is good. I was worried about this boss as well in terms of scaling. But yeah, so I'm making a very short fan game for Iron Lung. It has nothing to do with being in a submarine. It's like... So, summon her early. God damn it. Wouldn't that just be Among Us? It's not multiplayer. Damn it. Oh, like I rolled like a little late there. We honestly do good damage, which is nice. We just lost 500,000 souls. No, we bought like everything in the game, so at this point it was just a high score tracker. I'm never really tripping on the souls. We actually went to every traveling merchant and the round table hold merchants. Every merchant in the game, we bought every single thing. So when you're not leveling up, it's easier to save up money to like buy stuff like that. So we cleared them out. But it's easier to do on a no leveling playthrough. That's not what I wanted to do. Single player interconnected Iron Lung Among Us mashup as the origin story for Among Us would go hard. That would be kind of sick. Damn it. I was looking at chat, but it's not your guys' fault. I was just distracted. I was trying to keep aggro for Latenna to do chip damage. I already have like a little map laid out. I'm like how would you even describe what I'm working on? Now, it's yeah, after reading the lore, I kind of explained already what I wanted to make in the previous stream. Like it's kind of just a short concept right now, but I mean, it's just a fan game. I'm not thinking I'm gonna make any money or anything off of it. Just feeling inspired by Iron Lung itself. Damn it. That fucking horse. Every blade counts. We have to make them count. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be very much like Iron Lung. Just simplified. Even, I'm using like the Humble Bundle assets that I got. Normally I don't, but I had like a really cool sci-fi package of assets. So I went into Unity and adjusted the textures a little bit in color. Just to fit a cool theme. Side scroller Iron Lung. No, it's gonna be 3D first person. Maybe it'll be like, so the low poly assets I have are a little bit higher quality, not higher quality, because I like the quality of Iron Lung. It's like they just have a little bit more detail, but I have like a pixelated filter over the entire camera, so it kind of adjusts it back down to the pixelized style of Iron Lung. I'm trying to fit the universe. Like, after watching the movie and then playing the game, I'm like, okay, what will look like it's supposed to be part of the Iron Lung universe? But I don't want to get too far off of, like, what I think they were going for, and, like, I don't want to just do my own thing. I'd rather, like... Oh, shit. It is, I mean, I've only been working on it a day, but I think I'm gonna do like just a week-long game jam type project for it to make sure. Oh shit. Fuck. You can't jump over that. I forgot. There's only a certain type of attack that you could jump over. That one you have to space out. We got him halfway down though. That's pretty good. We're getting better at the fight. Now we have to learn to dodge that move and then string it all together once we've learned all of the moves. That's kind of what I was saying when playing Iron Lung. Like, I don't really fear death in Elden Ring in a no leveling playthrough, because it's not like, oh no, I'm losing my runes, or oh no, I'm gonna get weaker or some shit. Like, I'm already as weak as you can possibly be. So, and I already have everything, so there's nothing really to lose. I don't really fear, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But in, like, Iron Lung, you have so much time investment in traveling the map that... Oh shit. I should have known that I was going to take aggro there. They just do so much damage to Latenna that I try to attack to get the boss to attack me. Side-scrolling Iron Lung would probably be a cool concept. I don't know how you would do that exactly. Maybe... No, because the map... You would have to make it a little bit more map-based. That does sound like a cool idea. I'd love to see someone make that. But... Come on. Oh my fucking god. Make it based off Filament Station incident. I was like, so what I wanted to do, I mean, I kind of mentioned it yesterday, or not yesterday, I keep saying that, but on the previous stream of Iron Lung, I kind of mentioned what I want to do in regards to that. So they give you like numbers and stations and stuff there, so they hint at other stations being out there, right? And so what I have in mind, I will just tell you guys to maybe build up some hype for it, is because I already have like all of the assets imported, and I have terrain laid out, and I'm just like putting down the assets in the map now, so I'm really far ahead. You're on another station, right? But it's in the future after the Iron Lung mission takes place. It's supposed to be like after Iron Lung, further down the line. Humanity is starting to terraform a planet that is on the edge of a Goldilocks zone. If you know, I love like astronomy. So the Goldilocks zone, if you guys don't know, I'm sure you know, but just for anyone watching in the future who might not, the Goldilocks zone is the inhabitable planet range. So the planet is barely colonizing another star, essentially. Like, so it's just like hinting at that. It's way smaller. They're because they say that starships are still out there, right? So my idea is that there are starships. Or well, you're on a station on a planet, so you're like, oh fuck. How would you even dodge that? It's like a big wave. You can't really roll through it forward or backwards. You just got to be at the very edge. No, we were so close. We were so close to a fucking poise break. So yeah, actually you're right. Like colonizing another star, but that it's like it just takes place on a planet. Like there's a planetary station. It's barely uninhabitable, but the lore, the environmental storytelling that I'm gonna set up is that the way that they're enriching the soil of the planet is they're draining one of the blood oceans on a different star, and they're transporting the blood to your station, and you are pumping it into the ground with a repurposed drilling station. So instead of drilling for oil, you are drilling and implanting this like cursed blood. But it's gonna be kind of hinted at. It's not just gonna be like, oh, and you're filling the planet with blood. Like it's more of like if you have eyes, the environmental storytelling is gonna be like, oh shit. So you're making a blood ocean. You're making a blood planet. You're drilling into the planet and like pumping blood into it, and then there are anomalies happening on the station now. Like it's like a big field that you're going to be walking around, and you're going to have to like go across the map. Think of the way that you get around. Yeah, the planet comes alive, basically. Yeah, and that's going to be like the eldritch horror part of it. Is like the thing. The way that the planet attacks you is going to start looking like the fish, or like bacteria, or it's gonna start small, like blood mist geysers, or like causing fissures to crack in the ground. So while you're out of the station, like trying to go to these points on the map, to like fix your generators and stuff, see SCP-3000. See, I'm not basing it off anything. It's more of just, I kind of explained it before. The fuck, what the hell? Sometimes that kills me, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe it's just the hitbox range. But the planet is like not fighting back, but like it has new geographical problems, right? Like caused by pumping blood in, but specifically the blood from one of the blood oceans. And then I was just talking to my brother about the Kriegsmen from Warhammer, right? And how they ran out of crops, so they started to like reverse engineer like the corpses on the field, so that they break down the blood and bone of the people that died to make nutrients. So it's like a weird form of cannibalism, right? So like that's happening on the station as well. Like the stuff that you're consuming is just made from this blood, because you're, what the fuck? I'm a little distracted talking about the lore, but I mean I had like a whole day to or like a day and a half, because it was like after my stream 2 days ago that I thought of this. So there are natural disasters happening in like a blood mist that is boiled blood creating environmental problems, right? But it's not like, oh, the planet's uninhabitable. It's like it's a byproduct of the terraforming. So the blood rain, blood fog, right? Like the blood mist that keeps happening on the planet since you guys started this project is obviously caused by the pumping of blood into the planet. But the blood is going to be from the blood ocean, and it's not really going to focus too much on just like, oh, like we're not going to just say blood like a million times to get it across. I don't really care to mention it directly in the game. Like, if you know what Iron Lung is, and there's going to be like data logs from the scientists on the station, and because I can animate like 3D characters and stuff, I have character models that I want to add to like help. One of the problems with Iron Lung that it seemed like they had with making the movie is like the extra characters. You can jump over it! Okay, that's actually wonderful news. Holy shit. We're set. Motherfucker, dude. He was like going to attack someone and then switched midway through. But it's not just the environmental hazards of the terraforming, right? And it is going to be kind of based off of the Filament Station and Eden lore, because the reason you're terraforming is kind of what I said in my previous stream. Like, the irradiated Filament Station was the one that was destroyed, so the people of Eden like realized that they might get attacked, so they cut a clone of a tree, because I used to work in agriculture is the best way, hydroponics. You can cut clones of trees, so like the whole thing is going to be talking about a cloning process, which will be a double bait and switch. Like, the players who think of cloning are going to think like, oh, it's cloning, like you're going to be cloning people, right? That's going to be the solution. But no, the cloning is just the cloning of a tree, right? If you cut clones off of a tree. But then from that like they'll be able to terraform the planet based on that cloning process, right? And then you'll be able to support humanity because you'll be repurposing the blood to enrich the planet. Like, I'm viewing it from a very scientific mindset, and then I want to get into the eldritch and unknown sci-fi aspect of it, of like, okay, now that we've started terraforming this planet, there were clones of the Tree of Eden, like, in this station that's supposed to be a secret, right? Like, that's another big thing, is that they don't want to get attacked. So while asking for resources and stuff, they're still trying to keep themselves secret. So it's like you're working on a facility that's supposed to be like a long forgotten station. So you'll find remnants of the people who used to work there and stuff. Then again, like the bait and switch is you think cloning, like people are getting cloned, but the cloning process is for a tree so that humanity does have a way to grow on this planet, right? So they're like, if we terraform it long enough, oh shit, god damn it, I knew I fucked up there. If we terraform the planet long enough, it'll drift into the Goldilocks zone and make a habitable planet. But I'm kind of on the fence of the haunted anomalies that I want to introduce. Like, is it going to be, like, how eldritch do I want to go? Are we going ghost? Or are we doing, like, a zombification, irradiated mutant life, right? Because there is, like, an alien life form in the blood ocean. So is it, like, the bacteria that was on the planet dormant before it entered the Goldilocks zone is now getting fucked with by the blood, causing new kind of like monsters to form, right? So there's like a couple of ways I was thinking of going with it. Like on a scale from 1 to 10, how ghost are we going? It's kind of what I want to ask myself. But I feel like going sci-fi with it first, and then from the mysteries of science, like the unanswered questions we currently have in our day and age, like I'll be able to make a cool Eldritch story, because it's all about like unknown Eldritch horror. So if you just like, oh, the unknown aspect of like the research of cloning on humans and shit, what do we do with that? Like, where can we go with that? Are the mutants that you find, if you find any, like mutated humans? Are they like vision caused by cosmic radiation because you guys aren't in the Goldilocks zone yet? So the atmosphere is still kind of fucked and forming through the terraforming of the mist. There's like a bunch of questions I'm going to want to hint at with the like station scientists and the notes that you find. So I'm excited to work on it. It's more so just gonna be like note discovery in a map runaround, but I feel like the assets I have are gonna lend themselves to telling the story. It's gonna look cool enough to be its own thing and still fit the theme of like where he was going with the live action Iron Lung. And the tree part of the movie, like when he shows the tree in a vision, little bit of spoiler there actually, but I mean it's just a vision. I won't tell the context of it if it's like a flashback or anything like that, because I don't even think we fully know. It's like another mystery in the movie. Damn it, he wasn't even swinging at me. Damn it, and we got the fucking poison break right at the end there. I kind of recreated that room that he was in the movie, in the game, but it's not the same room, it's just the style of room. So, you know how it is. Dude, we're getting closer to fucking killing this boss. We got him halfway down with a poise break. If I just got the crit there, dude, we get a free attack on top of it. So I have all of the previous games I've worked on, like their scripts I can import into Unity. Though I feel bad because it was like before we knew about the pollution of ChatGPT, I used ChatGPT to problem solve some of the coding. I mean, it was wrong like half of the fucking time, but it's still like I used it. So I was like, maybe I rewrite some of the scripts myself. But then I still have the knowledge from what like ChatGPT told me forever ago. It's like I have a moral dilemma right now. I was like, I don't want to support OpenAI because of the way that it's all fucked up, or fucking over the planet. It kind of like it's on theme of the world that you're terraforming not being habitable, right? They kind of made our world a little uninhabitable. Motherfucker, dude, we were right on the edge there. I was just too close to him. I couldn't see like the fire. I'm gonna avoid talking about the movie though when I'm talking about the game I'm making, because I want to take some liberty, but I don't want to diverge from like the story they're trying to tell. Like this is just gonna be like a station they never mentioned, and somewhat related to the Blood Ocean. And the map pathfinding is going to be based off of the Iron Lung map pathfinding. So that way, like, it still feels like part of that world and that gameplay. It not a spiritual successor, but like it'll feel like an Iron Lung game, motherfucker. I rolled too early. I didn't know who he was attacking there, honestly. That's just on me. Loretta's kind of just getting me killed, so maybe we don't summon her for a minute there. A lot of this stream was doing story progress and trying to get down here. But at least we made it to a boss to fight. So now that the seal is broken, can I go the other way? Okay, so Loretta helps me with spacing. When he's aggroed onto someone else, I can actually turn towards it. You got this. I believe in you. Thank you. Oh, man. It is hard, though. I should show. Level 1 Wretch. All base stats. 10s. Across the board. You know what? Actually, real quick. I am going to equip my physic that increases my holy damage. So, oh, maybe I can use that too. All right. So, when we get him about halfway down and he does the fire explosion thing, I might be able to survive it. Oh, we'll be able to survive it for a couple of seconds, but if he follows up with a secondary one after the physic wears out, I have a short window to kill him. We're gonna do it like we have been with summoning Latenna. So... God damn it, dude. He jumped towards Latenna and in the middle of the air retargeted me and jumped again towards me in the air. That sucks. The last person that hit him is typically the one that takes aggro. So he was targeting Latenna, that's why he jumped that way. But then in like the peak of the jump, decided they were gonna change trajectory and fucking landed on me. That's just unlucky. That's part of the reason why having multiple people in the boss room sucks. They'll just get you killed. Like you'll get good spacing, but then you'll get good. But no, you'll have good spacing, but they swing at them instead, and the back end of the attack is what kills you. Like that, literally. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I just said that would kill me, but it's... I mean, I kind of wanted to show the example. So the physic I changed to helps me do holy damage. I guess I could talk game lore with you guys, though. Help me design the fan game. The, one of the enemy... well, it's not really an enemy. The planet itself rises against you. I'm back. Also, what the fuck? So I'm glad you saw it. I'm gonna make a fan game of Iron Lung. That shit was crazy, bro. What the fuck? My character just completely missed. That wasn't even the way I was aiming. How are you? The only thing I ask is don't spoil anything, Elden Ring gamer. We could talk about, like, did you like the acting? Did you think the environment looked cool, right? The setting, the fucking movie itself, what did you think of it, right? I have many questions, but also try to avoid, like the fates of certain things or the inclusions that they added. I won't, by the way, I meant the game. Yeah, I know. We're in it. We're in it. I made it all the way to Putrescent Knight, and I can get pretty good damage off on him. We got him halfway down, I think, is like the furthest threshold. This is overkill, all. You're just a poor, defenseless, small Minecraft slime. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'm here to kill God. We've killed every boss in base game, and every boss up to this point. We fought Bale, the Divine Dancing Lion, fucking Rilana. I've killed every boss that we can kill. Now we kill God. Exactly. See? My chat knows what's up. No! Oh my god, with the fucking retargeting, dude. It was going for Latenna, and just because I hit it in the middle of its combo, it was like, actually, I'm gonna go for you now. So the second hit turned towards me. Fuck. God better believe in an afterlife then. We're gonna send God back through the gate. If it is truly coming through Mikola the Kind. We're turning you right back around at the fence. I tried to get aggro on purpose that time. It's just the horse attacking you on top of the fucking boss attacking you so much. So what would you like to see in an Iron Lung-esque game? Right? Because I kind of explained already. It takes place different planet, a station we never heard of. There will be notes about the lore of what happened in Iron Lung. Like I do have an idea of how to tie it all together, because obviously the like Blood Ocean stuff and environmental storytelling of, you know, you repurposing the blood and the clones and which faction you are a side of. Like, is there anything that you know from the lore that you're like, this needs to be included if it or something that you would want to see referenced? Like Filament Station, obviously. God damn it, Lieutenant. I watched Iron Lung a bit ago. It's so good. Now I have a new favorite movie. Dude, I'm so glad. I'm making a fan game right now of Iron Lung. It is... Reference the original game sub by making a small one in a bottle. Oh, that is a funny idea. Like a little submarine in a bottle. I'd have to model a submarine though, but I mean, that is a good idea. Not too far beyond what I'm capable of, especially making like a small submarine or repurposing one of the sci-fi assets I have into a submarine, like as a joke. Let's see, what if we just land and summon Latenna? Dude, I'm glad Plague Doctor watched Iron Lung, because holy shit. No spoilers here. No spoilers yet. Okay. I swear to God I fucking pressed the dodge button on that one. Lieutenant just dies too fast. It's almost better to, like... No. I was gonna say summon her, like, a good distance from the boss, but... Because he's on a horse and circles like Radon, it's actually not a good idea. Because if she gets the targeting and he runs away from me, it's gonna be way harder for me to go there and get aggro. She'd just die on her own. Jumped right into the sword. This is gonna take a while. And it made me think the Quiet Rapture is a horrible way to die. I get, like... There's no other way to... There's no other way to cut it, yes. I mean, based on what we've seen, it doesn't look like a good way to wind up without spoiling too much. Fuck that. I have like one reference for each thing that Iron Lung introduces. That's kind of what my main goal was. So like the Quiet Rapture I wanted to reference, the station feuds. Fuck me, dude. I need to lock in. I'm distracted by Iron Lung because I want to talk about it. So I have things that I want to reference because I want to have like a character or two on the station with you to like be a witness to what the fuck is going on. I was thinking of having a character who like knew someone who... The Quiet Rapture sounds an awful lot like someone simply sped up entropy. Yeah, and if you watch my streams before, I've mentioned entropy. Actually, it's very topical for the news. I've said this forever ago, and now that the files are out and people are talking about Stephen Hawking, I said, well, I stand by what I said. I was right, first of all, but also, like, goddamn was I right, unfortunately, but I think the concept of how entropy is told to each other, right, in real science, right, because I love computer science, I love particle physics, I followed a lot of people, like actual scientists who would release papers and interview other scientific minds about astronomy, right? I'm not a scientist myself, but I worked like genetics in a hydroponics lab as one of my previous jobs, cutting clones. My friends and family know that about me, so I do love science a lot. I am not a scientist, but I've worked in a lab and appreciate what science has done. So my opinion on entropy is that it really comes from the whole nothing can escape the pull of a black hole, right? That's like one thing that Stephen Hawking specifically said is like one of the problems, but then he was wrong in his dying, like in his final moments. He was wrong. Something escaped the pull of a black hole, and he went back to the drawing board, rewriting all of his theories, and then died while doing it. So like he set the world up in a very nihilistic view of like there is no way to get rid of entropy. Even though he was wrong about the way that it played out. Thank God. Holy shit. Now we just play it safe. Yeah, new theory, our universe is inside of a black hole. That is something that people have said. Kill him! Kill him, I'm gonna keep my shield up. I killed him. Ah, I had the opening. Yo, dude, we did it, guys! Putrescent Knight added to the list. Thanks, Latenna. She was actually chipping away at it. Even though I was doing a majority of the damage with that crit and my holy damage, her taking aggro and passing him back and forth helped a lot. That was sick. So, my theory, so I'll get into my theory as someone who loves science, not a scientist directly, and why I insult Stephen Hawking before the Epstein files came out. I mean, I did it on stream forever ago, so it's not a secret. If you follow my streams, you know my opinion on the matter. They didn't think anything could pass ions back and forth without wasting energy, right? Here, let me tell you. I will pull up the scientific research that I have referenced in my theory. So entropy, right? Entropy is a fundamental, extensive physical property measuring the level of disorder, randomness, or unavailability of energy to do work in a system. So they thought that entropy would eventually take hold because there is no way for... Now we know why no time traveler visits Stephen Hawking for his time traveler party. Yeah, exactly. It's because they knew. And he died before it got outed, so he didn't know that they would know. So of course he would host a party. The plot thickens. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Visit me for my time travel party, because I'm about to explain entropy away. So the reason I think it's from a nihilistic viewpoint, and I will pull up the actual science, right? Is that well, that last part is important. The unavailability of energy to do work in a system. The basic fundamental ionization energy. Ions are one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe, right? That's what we've detected through our, like, readings and available technology. So he thought that, and a lot of scientists for a long time thought that there is nothing that can pass ions back and forth without wasting energy. Passing ions back and forth uses up a little bit of energy, so eventually if there is nothing that can pass an ion back and forth without conserving perfect energy, right? So like if there's ions getting passed back and forth and there's no wasted energy, like the perfect system, then entropy gets kind of disproven, right? That means the thing that they feared, ions running out of energy because it just gets distributed, won't happen. Entropy, like they thought, it won't take hold of the universe. So the main thing we would have needed to find in his lifetime to disprove him is a structure that is naturally occurring that can pass ions back and forth. We just discovered one. So, time crystals are non-equilibrious states of matter where typically a chain of 10 to 20 trapped ytterbium ions are manipulated with lasers to create a repeating stable quantum spin pattern that breaks time translation symmetry. These ions, acting as qubits, interact and oscillate at a frequency that is subharmonic, half frequency, of the driving laser rather than matching it, remaining in a stable, out of equilibrium state. But most importantly, the theory of time crystals, here, I'll pull it up now. The theory of time crystals was that if we found one, this was the theory before we found one, spoilers, the ions are subjected to a periodic laser that kicks, laser kick that causes their spin to flip. So because we finally, I mean, if you follow science news, you know, we actually developed a true time crystal that you can see inside of a chemical compound. So we made a time crystal, right? So now we just need to turn time crystals into new GPUs. I mean, that is essentially, actually it would be a processor, because it is, what is it? They act as qubits, right? Qubits are the quantum bits in a supercomputer. I also know a little bit of supercomputers, but actually, the problem with qubits is that they're not stable. It's hard to get a qubit to stay stable at room temperature. Time crystals is the way they would do it. I've been partial to the Dr. Seuss theory that we are just an atom in a larger universe. Exactly. Well, who knows, right? That's what I'm saying. The reason a lot of science breaks down to who knows, we should check it out. So writing something that you think is like the quote unquote the definitive truth, like the dipshit Stephen Hawking's said about entropy taking hold of the universe. The problem with that is only Sith deals in absolutes. No, that is not an absolute, right? The only way you could truly prove something is absolute is if you have a system so advanced that you know 100% that it is not going to have any failure rate, right? So you can check your theory against some 100% truth, which he never had in his lifetime. So what's your PCU use? Oh, you know, some time crystals, some quantum qubit time crystals. So we made a time crystal. So this is just to summarize the story of what I want to get out with my conceptual horror eldritch sci-fi game that's a fan game of Iron Lung. Entropy can be fought against. Time crystals, we've already discovered them, kind of unravel that theory. I'm not just going to say disprove it, because it would go against what I just said about having proof so evident that you can be like, this is 100% without a doubt the truth. But time crystals didn't really exist. They didn't really exist in concept even when Stephen Hawking was around doing science in a predominant way that it exists now. We literally made one, right? So just minor time dilation. Yeah, just the particle Pennywise is made of. Exactly. So the fact that we found something that can pass ions back and forth stable without wasting energy means that this, right, the unavailability of energy to work a system like the universe's system is now called into question. If there is something naturally occurring, like time crystals, which there are, that can conserve the energy without wasting it, that means there will never be an unavailability of energy, because at the fundamental level of the universe, time crystals, which exist, like that's like qubits are quantum bits, but quarks as well. It's like one of the smallest fucking parts of the universe. Again, we didn't know what the fuck those were like 100 or 200 years ago, so naturally we're going to be discovering things based around them. So I don't blame like the past, like, oh my god, they're so stupid for not knowing about time crystals, right? That's insane. But the theory of relativity kind of disproves that law. Wait, are we talking the theme for your game? I just tuned back in. Yes, my theme for my horror fan game is going to be turning entropy on its head, because the scientific consensus now is just, it's all called into question. Ah, yes, my favorite fuel for my car, right? But that is what I'm going to be basing the horror aspect of, or the science in the sci-fi aspect of the Eldritch horror. And then when we get to the points like I just said of like who knows, right? Maybe the humans of the future will have advanced enough technology, but then the problem isn't going to be like an Iron Lung of like there's a lack of resources and everything is draining. It's going to be, do we have enough people to maintain a system that will eventually restore humanity, right? Recreating the TARDIS IRL. Yeah. That's quantum computing. But that science but that science information of like the time crystals and ions and all this shit that I just explained, is going to be like the premise of the scientists on the station that like you are just like a maintenance man for. You're just like the maintenance person going around to flip the switches and activate the pumps and stuff. But you can look into their research, which will be based off of this stuff, and then it'll start to get into the Eldritch and when it gets to the unknown parts of this science. When there are humans like trying to fight against entropy, the space janitor. Yeah, humanity has to act as the space janitor. So that's what I'm gonna be working on for the next couple days. Here, because I announced it, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna spend the next like how many days? 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to give myself until Sunday to release the game. I'm going to be using my old scripts and assets that people have. I am going to stream a little bit less, like every other day. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll stream on Thursday. Then I won't stream on Friday, but I'll stream on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm going to try and stream the game that I'm talking about. Yeah, I know, that's crazy, right? The Sunday, it's better. I realize that I do work better when I set a deadline. I used to be scared of deadlines, but all of the games that I've made under time constraints of a game jam. Like over a weekend in 2 days, or over a week. So if I don't get it done by this Sunday, then 100% I'll get it done by the Sunday after, and that'll be the deadiest of deadlines. I will not work on it past the 15th. So, like, maybe we'll do a devlog on this coming Sunday to show the progress of where I'm at, and then on the 15th I release the game. So that way, like, you guys can see that I've been working on it. Get like maybe some people in chat to do like a closed beta test and test out the game. But all of the games that I've made in like a week. Oh, well, actually that's not true. Lock Tech I made over the course of like a month, but I have access to all of those scripts and the design is still in my brain. So I will be working from there. I already also started the project yesterday, so kind of 2 days ago, but, you know, who's counting? You gonna do a console release? Probably not be able to with Unity, but I'll do you one better. I will try to make it browser playable for my itch.io, because I know downloading a game... Locktech Steam Deck verified, by the way. Yeah, I made the game that I made already is console, which is insane. So if I design it like I did for Locktech, then it will be playable on Steam Deck. But I'll also try to make it like a WebGL build if the assets are compatible, because I'm not using my assets that I'm doing verified by me. Yeah, thank you, Octobuster, for testing that out. So tomorrow I'm not gonna stream. I'm just gonna be working on the game. I'm gonna try and keep it simple. Maybe I'll do the same thing as Locktech Iron Lung as well, where I make the gameplay and like a minimum viable product, and then if people try it out and you guys like the gameplay loop and it's like a fun little setting to walk around in with like the weird horror elements, then I'll do like a lore update where I add all of like these text logs and all of the things that I want to reference and stuff. Us PS5 owners are unable to enjoy the fun things. So the way that I program it, it uses generic gamepad inputs. Like instead of the triangle button or Y, it's north button. And then instead of like circle or B, it's east button. So I programmed it to be compatible for any console. What are you playing next stream? More no leveling? Yeah, we'll just keep the no leveling going because I'm almost done. We're like halfway done with the DLC. We've beaten the Divine Dancing Lion, we've beaten Rolana, we've beaten the Putrescent Knight, we've beaten Bale. No leveling on this save. So we kind of cleared this entire bottom half of the map. So the next thing to do would be go up here and check that out. Go through. I don't know if we need to fight Gaius, but then we can start heading towards the inside of the Black Keep, just to go around and down here. Like, we have a lot to explore in the DLC, but only a couple bosses left. So we'll continue streaming no leveling when I do stream because we're so fucking close to beating it. We should start planning on like what to do next. But I've mentioned this before, I want to be a game developer. Like, I love streaming, it is fun. So I'm gonna keep doing it, but there's a reason I am making this Iron Lung fan game. It's not just like to ride the hype of Iron Lung. I am genuinely inspired by how fucking cool the game was when I played it for the first time 2 days ago. Like, I see why Markiplier made a movie out of it. Elden Ring, but you lose a level each boss you kill. You start at level, like, what, 100, and then through the field bosses and all the guys you kill by the end, you'll be, like, level -10. Alright, guys. We did what we set out to do. We killed a boss. I normally do a boss stream. Here, we'll do one Placidus Axe run. We'll try Placidus Axe. Real quick. And then we'll call it. I do want to work on this game, though. Outer Wilds side streams. Yeah, I do want to start doing, like, side streams as well, but then it'll eat into development time. So I'd rather make the project, right? Not spread myself too thin. Make the project, finish the project, but I love streaming so much that I will be keeping you guys updated. It's just, like having a free day yesterday, stream the development. I was kind of trying to do that as well, but like setting up OBS to stream like certain files or like not show, you pretty much have a chance of doxing yourself while you stream. Like, I mean, I've shared a lot on stream with my, my profiles, but I've, like, on itch.io, I've shared, like, my secondary account where I go around reporting things that deserve to be reported on itch.io, as much as I love that, website. Also, were you able to figure out that error, what was happening when I tried to put the model in? I kept trying, but it seems like something you might have to troubleshoot on your end based on the software, because I gave you the VRM. Oh, well, it was working for me, so, but I don't want that to just be my answer. The best thing to do for your software is look up the error and see if anyone else, like, the, you know, the basic troubleshoot thing. Look up the error code on Google, and someone else probably experienced the same issue as you, and rather than me trying to walk you through their troubleshooting thing, like, try to find what the solution to the error code is for the software, because I don't know why it's not working. All of the character models that I make for my game, I use that flowchart, but it works both ways. Like, when I import it into Unity for myself, it imports, and it has the full data there and animates and everything. So I don't know what exactly the problem is. And I don't use that exact software. Like, I'm not a VTuber, I just use the models, for like my game development. So I don't really know what the error is. Ooh, yeah, I need to die. I have the wrong element equipped. I should have the bleed. I wish I could help, but I don't know what the problem is, because I don't I'm not a VTuber. So the VTuber software is the one that's having the software error, but I have no point of reference for what the fuck is going on with it. Like, if the error was happening in Unity, I'd probably be able to help. Maybe you have to install Unity to have it running, but it didn't say that in the guide I sent. Maybe like the guide that I sent you, watch the whole thing and see if there's a like a problem shooting section that addresses exactly that. Because I didn't watch the whole video, I just looked up the software that people use for VTubers with VRMs, like the 3D VTubers. We should ask Amber. Amber had a Amber uses Vroid, I think, just based on her model because it's 3D. She might know something. We have someone in the community who might actually have the answer. Oh fuck, I forgot to change my element. We'll do one legitimate try with the blood slash. Giving myself like 2 weeks to make the project. I'm probably going to be streaming like only an hour or two when I do stream, and then as soon as I end stream, I'm gonna start back up on the project. I have to make sure that project creep or scope creep or whatever they call it, like when you want to add a bunch of features to your game and then it gets like overboard with all the shit that you're adding and it takes way longer than you expected it to because you just like keep adding all the bells and whistles and polish that you might not need for like the minimum version of it. I gotta be careful with that. So that's why I'm setting a deadline. But I have the design from Iron Lung. Like, I'm not just like making a game from scratch. I have some assets, I have some code from myself, I have design to borrow from Iron Lung, so it's a nice challenge to help with my game development journey. If the prototype I build out ends up being like super fun and I really enjoy working on it, then I might extend the not deadline but like add more to the deadline, like I said with the well, I hope it's successful. I'm not gonna really gauge the success by like how many downloads we have or anything. If you guys genuinely like the game, right? Like, if my community likes it, then I know we did good. At least you guys will have something to play. I don't expect, like, Markiplier to play it or anything. Like I said, I am inspired by how fucking cool the setting was, and I already kind of had it. Things that I find say I need VRM 0, which is an older version. Okay, alright, actually I can help you with that. I can in fact help you with that, because there is a prompt when I'm exporting to make it a VRM 1 or a VRM 0. So I'm glad you looked up the problem. I thought I exported as VRM 0, but maybe like I downloaded the new version of Vroid Studios, which might default it to 1 now, which makes sense. Fuck. No, not the fucking wing, no! You gotta be kidding me, I got caught on his fucking wing hitbox. Ugh. Disgusts me. Every time. We're doing so good, too. Alright. We'll call it there. We'll call it there. I also, it's not like, oh, I'm making a game from scratch. Well, back to my first run of Dark Souls 1, insert happy dance. Nice. Happy, happy, happy. Bye. Yeah, GG's, everyone. I'm glad we got to beat the Putrescent Knight today and actually make progress in the DLC. I'm gonna move back to the boss room so that when I start next stream, we're gonna continue the lore from here. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck.